I'm so glad you're here at the clubhouse. My name is Emma.
I'm Aria.
And I'm Liam. And we are
the Super Crew.
And this is Bark, the Wonder Dog. We were just playing a game called Biggest and Smallest. In the game, we are putting things in a row from biggest to smallest. Do you want to play?
Yes!
Ah, perfect. Let's see what we are trying to put in order.
We have a yellow seashell, a blue seashell, and a green seashell. Which of these do you think is the biggest?
The blue seashell.
You're right. The blue seashell is the biggest. Now, which one is the smallest?
The yellow seashell.
That's it. The yellow seashell is the smallest, and the blue seashell is the biggest.
Great job. You're the best.
Did you hear that? That sounded like the super box. Let's go see.
Did you send us something super?
Yes!
Great. Here at the clubhouse, we help connect the super clue, the big deal, and the Bible. Today's big deal is deep and wide. God loves me.
Let's open the super box and see what's inside.
Oh, it's You're the Best sticker. These stickers are a great way to celebrate when someone does a good job.
Yeah, but I wonder, how does the sticker connect to our big deal? Deep and wide, God loves me. Can you wonder with us?
I think I figured it out. You can get You're the Best sticker when you do a good job. When we see how much that God loves you and me, we can see that His love is the best.
Now, be looking because you are going to see the super clue again. When you see the super clue, here's what I want you to do. Since our super clue is a You're the Best sticker, I want you to put 2 thumbs up and say, You're the best. Can you try it with me? See the super clue and say,
You're the best.
Hey, I know how we can learn about how God loves us. Let's look in the Bible.
Remember, the Bible is God's book.
The Bible is true and it's for you.
We are going to look all through the Bible to see how God loves us best.
In this Bible story, we will see how from the very beginning, God's love is the best. It's time for our Bible story. God's big story. God had a great big plan for the world He made. In the very beginning, God made a perfect world. He created a man called Adam and a woman called Eve, then gave them an important job: to take care of everything He made. God's plan was to have a friendship with the people He made, and God's plan was best, but something went wrong. God told Adam and Eve to enjoy everything He made and gave them an important rule: not to eat from the tree in the middle of the garden. But Adam and Eve broke God's rule. This made God sad. When we disobey God's rules, it is called sin. Our sin makes God sad. God is holy and perfect, and He must punish sin. Adam and Eve disobeyed, but because God loved them, He sent them out of the garden so they would not eat from the tree of life and live forever in broken friendship with God. After the garden, Adam and Eve lived in a broken world where they could get sick or hurt and would one day die. After Adam, people continued to sin, and the brokenness continued to spread. Sin broke God's good plan for His people, but God promised that one day He would send someone to rescue people from their sin. That someone is Jesus. Many years later, God sent an angel to a woman named Mary to give her a special message. She would have a baby, and that baby would be God's son who would rescue His people. Jesus is God's son and the king over everything. Jesus came to take the punishment for sin so we could have a friendship with God. Jesus wants to forgive our sin because he loves us. Jesus offers the greatest gift of all, a friendship with him. After Jesus took the punishment for our sin on the cross, he died and then came back to life. Jesus is alive. Jesus returned to heaven to be with God, but he will come back again one day. When Jesus comes back, he will make everything good and new again, just like God's plan from the beginning.
God's love really is the best. Even though Adam and Eve made wrong choices, God still loved them. We all have made wrong choices called sin. But because God loves us, he sent Jesus to take the punishment for our sin so that we can have a friendship with God forever. That is the best.
Do you see something? It's our super clue. Do you remember what to do?
You're the best!
Great! We can celebrate someone when they do a good job and give them a You're the Best sticker. When we see how much God loves you and me, we can see that God's love is the best. God's love is deep and wide, and he loves us so much that he sent his son Jesus so that we can have a friendship with him. So, next time you see a You're the Best sticker, you can remember that God's love is the best. So,
What have we learned? What have we learned? What have we learned today?
Today, we have learned that God's love is the best. When we look through the Bible, we can see that God's love for his people is better than we can ever imagine. Even when we make wrong choices, God still loves us.
that is a big deal. Let's say our big deal together. I'll say it first, and then you say it after me. Deep and wide,
Deep and wide,
God loves me.
God loves me.
That is amazing, amazing.
Thanks everyone for coming to the clubhouse today. We'll see you next time. Say bye, Bark.
Bye!